Alright, so I'm going to do a quick video showing the inside of this Lenovo Yoga C740-14IML. Alright, so we're going to use a T5 or Torx 5 screwdriver and remove all the screws from the bottom. You want to keep the screws in order. The way I do that is I put the flat side down like this on my desk in the pattern I remove them. So we have this kind of rectangular shape, so we're just going to go ahead and remove all the screws and put them down that way. Alright, these are customer computers. Alright, so I don't own these laptops. Actually do these repairs for a living 24/7. So yeah, and then I kind of try and do videos on YouTube to kind of help others learn how to fix them. As I continue to make more and more videos, I actually end up with less and less business as people learn how to fix them themselves. So hopefully if this video helps you, make sure to like, subscribe, and share my channel with others. And if they end up helping you save a bunch of money, please consider contributing a little bit to the channel. Every little bit helps. Even $1 is greatly appreciated and allows me to continue doing these for a living. Alright, other than that, let's continue with removing all the screws. So this cover is actually really difficult to remove. I'm actually doing this, I'm working on this upside down with the screen hanging off the edge of my desk, because the hinge actually has an issue as well. So I'm just trying to be careful working on this. I don't want to open and close it too much because then it can break. Alright, so anyways, to open this, you can use a thin pry tool, something like this, to get in the little gaps here, and then you gotta kind of pry it up. Or if you work on it, you can actually get it up if you have a good suction cup. But this one's really tough. You have to kind of find a spot. I found that if I pull here, I can get this side to pop up. I don't know if it's because they have clips on it broken or what, but while I'm pulling it up, then I kind of just slide my fingernail along the edge here. Okay, but as you can see, it's still really difficult to remove, sorry. All right, so I'm just gonna keep trying to pull this, and there we go, we got this up. And this part, the clips, they actually slide under here. They're not actually clips. So we actually have to slide those out. So we're going to go ahead and keep working on this and trying to pull this up just like this. Okay. Again, this is pretty tough to remove, so keep that in mind. It's not an easy cover to remove. Right, once you get all of that up, here you can see these little pieces are sliding out. So we're going to kind of have to wiggle this as we kind of pull it out. I'm going to slide my fingernails in there and help that. Okay, and this clip over here in this bottom corner is stuck as well. Alright, so there we go. Alright, wiggle it around, and there we go. So we got the cover off. It looks like this. Alright, again, we're just going to go do a quick look around here. So we got the battery here. There's some screw holding it in the middle here, and then there's 2 screws here and 2 screws down there. If you want to remove it, this cable, you kind of just wiggle it and pull it back that way. You got the speaker connector here. This connects both speakers. The cable actually runs along and then connects to this speaker. You got the BIOS, CMOS, or RTC real-time clock battery here. This connector, you just grab it and you can kind of pinch it and wiggle it. Sorry, I'm not really zooming in much because I can't move this computer around on the desk just because of the broken screen. But yeah, then you got this cable that connects that small board with the USB port here, as well as the power button to the motherboard. Alright, this one has a little flip latch here that you can flip up to disconnect. Then you got this little cable here, most likely for the trackpad, but I don't see where it's going. Actually, fingerprint sensor. Alright, then you got a small cable here. I think this is for the keyboard backlight. It's like a brown cable. Then you got the keyboard cable here, and this is most likely the trackpad cable. You got a M.2 PCIe NVMe SSD, it looks like. You remove that with a PH1 screwdriver, it seems. Alright, let's go ahead and remove that. There's no replaceable RAM on here, but we can pull this one screw out, and then we can go ahead and grab this SSD out. Okay, just lift it up and pull it out like that. So there's this film on top. I guess I can't even move this film off, so we're just going to leave it there. But this, according to this, because there's only one notch, most likely it's a PCIe NVMe SSD. Alright. Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and put that back in. You have the LCD Lvds connector here. If you're going to mess with this, make sure that you disconnect the battery and then press and hold the power button for 15 seconds while the screen is open. Otherwise, if you open this latch and move the cable, you can short something out here, and most of the time it'll burn out the backlight circuit on the motherboard. Alright, then you got the wireless card here with the antennas, and there's one screw hidden underneath this little warranty or what do you call, tamper sticker. Alright, then you got all these other stickers if you need to, or screws if you need to remove the motherboard. And the fan here looks like you can remove, or it looks like you'd have to take the whole thing out to get the fan. It is attached to this. There's little screws on the fan, so if you flip the whole thing over or you take the whole heatsink out, you can actually pull the fan separated from this metal housing. Alright, but that's pretty much all there is in here that I see. There's also this little switch here, this button that you can press, that you can actually press it through the bottom cover here. Alright, and this is one key recovery, so this, normally they don't put it on the bottom, but this is how you can change the temporary boot device or other BIOS settings and things like that. Alright, so to put this cover back in, you have to put it at an angle, get these little protruding parts in first, make sure it's lined up right. Okay, so make sure to line up the little edges down here. Okay, then just drop it in, click everything into place. Alright, and that's pretty much it. So let's go ahead and put back the T5 or Torx 5 screws. Hopefully this video was useful to you guys. If it was, again, please make sure to like and subscribe. And if it helped you save a bunch of money, please consider contributing a little bit to the channel, just so I can continue making these videos for a living. Alright? Thanks for watching. You're welcome to stay as I put back the rest of the screws, but that's pretty much all there is to it. Alright. And other than that, I'll see you all in the next one. So let me go ahead and put these screws back in. So this video was mainly just to kind of show a quick look inside. Again, I don't know if I mentioned, I think I did, but the RAM isn't upgradable. There was a little metal cover down here, and it covers the memory that's soldered to the board, so yeah, keep that in mind. Oop, I need to pop those in all the way. There we go. Alright, that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one. Alright, let's drop this spike.